Yeah, alright everybody, we are here today checking out an upcoming little banger by the name of Heroes of Eternal Quest, and if you're a fan of Loop Hero in particular, oh, I think you're in for a treat with this one. Heroes of Eternal Quest revolves around an almost post-apocalyptic fantasy scenario. You see, the world as you know it has transformed into a figurative and literal food chain pyramid, with each level classifying the level of resources. Humans, surprisingly, inhabit the lowest level, and the only way to keep the surviving remnants of humanity alive is through the ventures or loops of a few marked humans that can access other levels and slowly rebuild the resources of humanity. All in all, a game with inspirations from Loop Hero with some very unique gameplay elements built upon it. That said, if you enjoy what you see here today, check out the provided link below down in the description to check out this demo for yourself and wishlist it so you're notified when it's fully released on Steam. This right here is the remnants of human society in this new post-apocalyptic fantasy world. Now keep in mind this is going to be a demo, so there's not really too much context for the story just yet. This is going to be mainly a focus on the gameplay itself for this particular video. But before we get into it, let's go over here. This is actually to start a new expedition. For this demo, we have two characters available. One you have to unlock, one you start off with, which is going to be Irwin. And no, I don't mean main protagonist, Attack on Titan Irwin. Here we could actually build. Now, I skipped the tutorial, which I probably shouldn't have done. I mean, I already know how to play the game. But it would have given me some nice little resources to start off with here. So our very first run, we could unlock, you know, for instance, the hero hall or the farm, which then makes these particular structures available to you on your current run that we're about to take right now. So I kind of screwed myself there, unfortunately. Oops.
Congratulations.
And over here we could actually manufacture items that we'll be needing as well for some of the structure building and stuff like that. So very simplistic, but I do like the fact that you can actually move around here and take it all in. You can even zoom in all the way in, which I'm a big proponent of. That's the portal.
And here we go.
We're going to be looping through all of this, you can imagine. We have some enemies along the way. These particular structures here spawn little bats for us. So whenever we loop around, we could expect more of these bats here. And among other creatures as well, once we start looping more and more and more, we start getting stronger. And the level starts kind of like leveling to our own level to make things a bit more difficult. Here we have our items that we could use and also equip. As you can see, we have no equipment here at the moment. So everything right now is auto-battling. However, we do have two active skills. You can start, you know, getting involved with the game a bit more once it gets more difficult. Early on, it's kind of like, you know, it's fine. He'll be all right. But as you can see, those random kills got us a couple of equipment here. So first and foremost, we got defense 2. We want to equip that. And we got ourselves a heavy spear, which is I'm happy about. I'm a big spear boy in video games.
That's what she said.
Now, keep in mind, you're going to be able to equip, or at least upgrade your equipment by combining same sets of the same color. So for instance, right there. Thank you, game. So these two bad boys over here, we will now be able to combine to a different level weapon, which normally takes both of the aspects of the weapon and combines them. There's a bit of a loss on occasion, but normally it combines both of the aspects of it and just makes it stronger in general. So when can you do that? Well, you can do that once you're close to the portal. And that's going to be available to us through here in this little UI, and there it is. So here we want to equip, or at least bring Bam Bam. And these are identical. So let's see what we get. Basically combine both of them. So already a good output for us. Let's go and continue. Now our loop gets a little bit more difficult. More enemies start showing up and things like that. So let's speed up time as we've kind of gone through the basics here. We're kind of getting rocked over here, so you know what? Let me up. We leveled up. But we should be using a little tornado attack, which is great for AoE. Healing, I'm good. Let's actually just get a little defense boost. We kind of missed the majority of that attack because I was leveling up, unfortunately. Oops. Let's drop that apple on us here. And oh man, already from the first loop that we're going through, I'm already seeing a lot more resistance than I did on my first run off camera. I guess the tutorial stuff that I mentioned that I skipped that on does help out early on. But we got ourselves some boots, let's go ahead and equip those. We got some pants, thank you. I'm no longer walking around over here, at least running around fighting these creatures with my dingle.
Oh!
The villagers managed to send an armory through the portal. The tower appeared on a nearby road, which should be right there. Nice. What does that do, you're asking? Let's find out. Randomly obtain an equipment item each time you pass by. Nice. So every time you loop by, new equipment. Got some necklace there. Man, these guys are kind of getting a little bit strong on me. Then again, our weapon is fairly weak when it comes to damage. It's when it does that. When it crits, that is when it shines. Plus the little life steal, which isn't really that great, to be honest with you. Let me do this to control both of these fellas right here. Speaking of which, weapons, now we can do this. Bam bam. So we have a completely different weapon, but it doesn't matter as long as it's blue. And that one is really good when it comes to power. So we're about to finally get... Now, it's still a very, very big gap between 0 and 6, you know? So we need something with like a smaller gap in between, like a 4 and a 5 or a 5 and a 6, something like that. In case you're wondering, too, if you don't want to do what I'm doing, which is following the camera around at your own volition, you could also do this, which is pretty fine. I don't mind that one too much. I like control the camera constantly, though. I just start getting very fidgety otherwise, but this works too. The only thing is you can then zoom in around. It's basically stuck at this angle and this zoom, so, you know, I like to get all up in there myself. Speaking of which, we got some better gloves already. Put those on. We got some boots for combination, like that. And a weapon here. So... what do we want here, you're saying? I think HP would keep us in the game longer. Now, do you also give me like 40 restoration while you're at it?
Nope.
Now, we're seeing a little bit of an increase of difficulty when it comes to enemies there. We now no longer have tomato mushroom. We got... I don't know what that would be, like plum mushroom? Let's also go ahead and stun this dude. HP is looking a little dire there, boys. I might want to pop this potion.
They're too strong for you.
Oh, no, not the spiders. God, I hate the spiders. Let's do this here. Help us out a little bit. Oh, yeah, sure. More bats show up. That's fine. Why not? So how are we doing when it comes to equipment here? We get combined gloves soon. Pantaloons, we got 13 and 12. That's a little increase to put that on. We got quite a few things we could actually combine here soon. Are those more pantaloons? We're getting to pantalone heaven here. I guess the game doesn't really want my boy over here walking around with his junk just dangling over the place. But as you can see, our inventory is filled up, so I'm hoping to get to that portal before we pick anything else up, and we will. More equipment. Okay, we got plenty to play around with though, so let's start off here with, don't we have like 3 sets of pants, or is it just 2? Well, it's the one we have, this one. So this is the weakest one, so forget that one. Let's combine these two. I apparently got like some jester pants here. I'm a clown now, you see. And then we can combine these two. Oh man, this guy's got a lot of different things. It's got a lot of like elemental defenses on it. Okay, we have ourselves another... oh no. A good event? No, not far from it. A large monster mine emerges from the underground. Good. Now, if you look up here, as you can see, if we get the little skull, that's the boss of this area, so to say. Oh, and that's a big rock over there, or the big mine. Good. Can't imagine what sort of monstrosity is going to pop out of that. We have no more heals, too, huh? Oof. Now, in order to put that down, I'm not going to put it down just yet. Anywhere that it's green, you can put it down, right? But we kind of want to find a good place with a lot of concentration, like say of caves, or like a big cave or something that's to be dangerous for us going forward. Because that's where we basically, normally we find a lot of resistance, I can't zoom over there right now, but in this area. So that could be fairly decent for us because of all the concentration of mines over there when it comes to monsters. So that could be a fairly good spot for that watchtower.
But wait!
Yeah, that's going to be it for us here. A magical tree grows near the path. It may bring lucky events due to its resources it contains, or it may cause trouble for the expedition team due to lurking monsters. Oh, good. One or the other. May stun this dude here. There it is. So, Falcon, where do you want that watchtower? Maybe here? You know what? Wait, what happened to my watchtower? Okay, look, this is very unprecedented. I normally don't stop a recording to see what happened, but I have a feeling because of the heat that I'm recording in right now, I might be, you know, having a heat stroke or an aneurysm. So I had to look at the video, and that watchtower card existed. And when we crossed the portal, it disappeared. It's not supposed to do that. Unless the unfortunate event that we drew mentioned was that it stole my watchtower card.
Wait. There's more.
Unexpected event. You hear a mysterious voice. Perhaps no one can stand up to the hero who dares to complete the floor. At that moment, a different enemy falls from the sky. A champion of the tower. Oh. Hey, pray tell where this man could be? Oh, okay. It's a giant minotaur. Cool. That's fun. That's fun. Oh, he's got a little troop. He's got a lizard man too. Oh, okay. As a matter of fact, oh, am I even gonna make it to him? Look at all the things I have to take out on the way. What about that watchtower? Shut up. Don't you dare bring up the watchtower right now. Oh, this guy's gonna mock me? This jobber's gonna mock me? You might as well. What he's gonna say? Well, what about that watch? Shut up. I mean, he might not be wrong. Let's stun him for one. Look at how little damage we're doing to this creature. I'm supposed to fight like 20 of them before the boss do. Luckily, he was stunned from quite a bit. Let's do that for some big damage, because these things need to go down. Alright, Falcon. What do we want here? A permanent thing, or do we take the healing? I really want to fight this boss, or at least this little mid-champion that showed up, and beat him. I think we need HP for that, so... Ugh. I'm gonna take this for now. What else? Let me also increase that AoE. Okay. By the way, we got some legendary robes here which we combine, so man, there's a lot of things we can combine. We're gonna have to get rid of some things here. An eyeball? I'm not sure, dude. Reduce damage from surrounding enemies for a short time. That's gonna be for the boss easily. Oh, let's fill up again. Wait, what's that? Teleport surrounding enemies from around the hero to random locations on the map. Up there, for the boss. Get rid of this dude, and I think we have a little bit of fun things ahead of us. You know what? I'm gonna say get rid of these... for now. I don't want to mess around with inventory right now when this gets I drop something. Oh! Nice. Blue armor. Alright, here we go. Here we go. So, what are we using? No, not... Well, yeah, that, so maybe... Well, I would like for the homies to go away. But we'll definitely want to use this. Okay. They're coming at me. Let's group attack. Drop a stun on everybody. Let's go, mama. Scorpion flower. You thought I was worried? Nah, I had this in the bag the entire time. What are you talking about? Healing this time now. This time we'll take our damage increase. Minotaur. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Round 8. I almost feel like this run is stacked against me, you know? All these events just spawning monsters. You have a watchtower, the game takes it from you. It's like, what's the problem? What have I done to you? What have I done to you? Let's do that group attack. Oh, that's beautiful. Yo, we stacked up equipment already again? Wow. Permanent HP 40? Oh, thank you very much. The candy game for this run has been really good, though. I can't complain about that. Oh yeah, another negative event. Imagine that. Damage 4 to 6 fire damage for 25 seconds. Well, maybe if we're into like Frosty the Snowman, I'll probably pop that. Right now, though, not really too important. As a matter of fact, let's remove that. Oh, yo. Thank you, baby. Golden headgear, straight up. We were flooded everywhere else, so these things just gotta go. Level 1s at this point are inconsequential to me. As a matter of fact, this dude just spawned next to him and he's a giant. He's got equipment on him. This dude was wrecking my life. Oh no, I need a... I don't think we're gonna make it. We got a dip. Let's get out of here. Alright, we have to return to the Citadel here. If I continue with that little HP, no heals, it's over. We're gonna lose everything that I have, so I'd rather not do that now. Here is the important thing. When you come back, you can take 33 items with you to return with. And each one, in case you wanted, is it a stack? No, like, for instance, I could do 55 bat wings, which seems, obviously silly. You want some of the rare stuff for sure, but you also want some of the common things in order to be able to build some structures for the future. So, like, stones are very important. I'll take some gold. Take this. I think these are for making farms. Okay, so now that we have resources, let's see what we can indeed build. Farm, thank you. So this will make it so for our future runs, now we could build and put down some farms on the playing field, which will generate a sentinel golem that stuns nearby enemies, so we'll actually have some help. Doesn't that sound nice? Now we have no boards to make the hero hall, unfortunately. Is that the only thing we can build here from our items? Seems that way. A lot of these other things are not available here in the demo at the moment. And by the way, that thing that we just built, the farm, well, now it actually shows up here in our little human civilization. So as you make these new things, you actually start filling up your town over here, which is great. I like the little visual representation, You actually see a lot of the torn down buildings that I guess we'll be building on top of eventually. Is that? Oh, the watchtower. Hey, can we put that down before, the game takes away from me again? So how this would have worked would have been here. You see him? You see him helping me out? How useful would that have been through a concentration of all those enemies towards the end of our run? Very useful, you're saying? Yep. I would say so. Either way, perfect spot for us to wrap up for this one. I hope you have enjoyed. This has been Heroes of the Eternal Quest, very much Loop Hero inspired, with its own unique elements as well. I have a link for you down below if you want to pick it up for yourselves. At least the demo is available right now, so check that out on your own volition. And if you enjoy what you see here today, wishlist the game so you're aware when it goes live. I'll catch you guys next time.